Today we're going to talk about two of the most important iconic Austrian coins ever minted, the 1 Ducat and the 4 Ducat coin. So maybe some historic aspects first about the Austrian Ducat, and then some words about why this is an interesting coin for all fractional stackers. Because usually everybody's talking about American Gold Eagles, Krugerrands, Britannias, Philharmonics, whatever. But I'm telling you, especially the 1 Ducat coins are also interesting for fractional stackers. Let's first talk about some historic aspects of Ducat coins. So Ducat coins were used as trade coins in Europe from the beginning of the 13th century, so from the later Middle Ages to the 19th century. And the most familiar version is the gold ducat. The gold ducat has a weight of around 3.5 grams, which is equal to 0.11 troy ounces, and usually a purity of 98.6% fine gold. It's very interesting. For example, the modern restrikes, the restrikes from Austrian Mint, they still have a weight of 3.49 grams and a purity of 98.6% gold. So this is kept the same until today. The first ducat was struck in Venice in 1284 and gained a wide international acceptance over the centuries. I will talk about the importance of the ducat as international trade coin a bit later and why trade coins were so important. But first let's talk about where the word ducat comes from. So the word ducat is actually coming from the Latin word ducalis. That means it belongs, or it's relating to a duke, and the meaning of it is actually a duke's coin or a duchy's coin. In the 13th century, the Venetians imported goods mainly from the east, and then they sold them on their own markets or north of the Alps, and they paid for the goods they imported with Byzantine gold. But in 1282, the Byzantine emperor backed the revolt of the Sicilian Wesperus and debased the hyperpiron, which was the gold currency of Byzantine. And as a reaction on this debasement and the following debasements of the Byzantine gold currency, the Council of Venice decided to mint their own pure gold coin in 1284. In 1252, Florence and Genoa already introduced the gold florin and the gold genovino, which was the predecessor of the ducat as Western Europe's first standard gold coin, trade gold coin. It already had a weight of 3.5 grams and 98.6% purity, 98.6% fine gold. So when Venice started minting the ducat, they increased the weight a bit because of a different weight system, like the one used in Florence. So they increased the weight a bit to 3.545 grams, and they first used gold with a purity of 99.47% fine gold, which was the highest purity they could produce in the medieval ages. First florins and ducats have been used also in the Holy Roman Empire, but then after several debasements, which means they actually debased the coin by making it lighter and lighter and lighter, so in the end it just had 2.5 grams compared to the original 3.5 grams. As a reaction on this, the Holy Roman Emperor Charles V decided to start minting an own trade coin, which was the Austrian Ducat, and he went back to a weight of 3.5 grams and a purity of 98.6% gold. The Austrian Ducat was then used until 1857. It had a status of legal tender until then, but it was still used as trade coin until 1915. With the beginning of the First World War in 1914, less and less gold coins were produced until the production of gold coins in Austria was stopped, at least temporarily, in 1915. Ducats were available with a face value of 1 and 4 ducats. So this is the 1 ducat coin. And this was the bigger 4 ducat coin. On the 4 ducat coin you can also find the 4 here. Was the Austro-Hungarian double eagle. And on both coins you can see the effigy of the Emperor Franz Joseph I, who ruled Austria, the Austrian-Hungarian Empire for 68 years. The modern restrikes are available as 1 ducat and 4 ducat coins. The 1 ducat coin has a weight of 3.49 grams and a fine weight of 3.44 grams, so the alloy is 98.6% gold. And the 4 ducat coin has a weight of 13.96 grams or a fine weight of 13.77 grams and consists of an alloy of also 98.6% pure gold. And as said before, I think that especially the restrikes are also very interesting for fractional stackers. Why is that? Because as said, the weight of a 1 ducat coin is 0.11 grams of gold, and if I have a look at the prices today, you can get a 1 ducat coin, for example, for 224.37 euros, and a 1/10 ounce of gold Philharmonic for 213.15 euros. So if you now compare the costs per 1/10 of an ounce, then the Ducat would cost you actually 203.97 euros, and the 1/10 of an ounce coin 213.15 euros. And if you compare it, the price per ounce, then you would pay for 1 ounce weight in Ducats 2039.73 euros, and if you would buy 10 1/10 of an ounce Philharmonics, you would have to pay 2131.5 euros. So which means on average you can say you save between 4.5% and 5% if you buy Ducats versus gold Philharmonics. So if you buy 98.6% Ducats versus 4/9 fine gold Philharmonics. So this is the reason why I think modern restrikes are also a good alternative for fractional stackers. So think about buying a Ducat coin before you buy your next 4/9 fine gold coin. So, as usual, I appreciate your comments. So if you have any questions or remarks or comments, then please use the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching my video, and stay safe and healthy. Happy Easter to all of you, and see you next time. Servus.